Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacey and this is my fitness channel where I like to share my fitness journey with you guys and also really emphasize individuality and promote the understanding that not everyone's journey is the same or linear. So for more of that, be sure to subscribe. In today's video, I'll be sharing my spring struggles and my journey thus far with the April Step Challenge. The main reason I joined the April Step Challenge is to give myself something to focus on other than the fact that I can't be in the gym lifting at the moment like I would prefer. I thought there was no other perfect way to push myself, have a goal, and change my mind frame around this injury than joining Derek's Step Challenge for the month of April. This is not my first challenge. I think it's my third actually, and one of my favorite parts about the Step Challenge is how team-oriented it is. Derek promotes, doesn't matter if you're a high stepper, doesn't matter if you're a low stepper, if you want to do this with us, we add all of our steps and we do this together. So it really is good for anyone looking for additional accountability when it comes to getting your steps in. For me, I always start with making a chart to track and add everything easily. It's relatively straightforward to do with Excel or numbers, and it saves me from doing math every single week, and it adds my total steps for the month.
Honestly, I have had a good start to the Step Challenge. It's the 9th today, and I've been in and out of not feeling that well, which has sucked on top of it being rainy. Not having energy to get out and walk, which again, not be my preferred way to start the challenge, but if I learned anything in 2021 through now, it's just listening to my body, and if it feels strenuous to go out for a walk, then there's probably something going on internally. And I was definitely a little sick, so I have a little bit of a sore throat, but it's not too bad. Bundled up for this quick walk, but I came out with little expectations of how this walk is gonna go, and the point was just to get out. So that's what I'm doing now. I'll see how it goes.
April 6th was actually the first day that I was able to hit 10,000 steps in the past few days. The last time I went for a walk, I felt a bit breathless, and not in a good way. That's typically calls from exerting energy. I felt breathless in a way that I could tell something wasn't quite right, so I ended up taking a couple days off because I had a cold, and I felt like that was the best move to make. So on top of being under the weather, it was rainy, which just is not my favorite to walk in. I could have easily gone to the gym and get my steps in, but I haven't been feeling up to it health-wise. Plus, I have no self-control, and being in the gym right now is just not something I prefer, especially because I can't be in there doing what I want to be doing. As we got to mid-April, my steps drastically improved and they were way more consistent. The weather was warmer, making getting outside so much more enjoyable. Plus, my health was on the up and up. My back is getting better, but also whatever cold I had disappeared. By the week of April 13th, I knew I didn't have much longer on my break before hitting the gym again, so that was also something that I had in the back of my mind. I was anticipating. So I've been slightly procrastinating my walk, but not a ton because I just realized this morning that my AirPods were dead, so charging those up. I will say it's not super cold, it's 45. Bundling up has just been a priority for me on walks. As I mentioned, like I haven't been feeling that well, so I go out with little expectations for my walk. I go out, I see how I feel, I see how the weather is, and then if I feel like doing more steps, I just literally listen to my body. I'll do more steps. If I'm feeling a little winded, then I'll just head home and maybe get more steps in the day later. I'm a little disappointed in my progress thus far with the challenge. It is April 10th. I've just been in and out of feeling well. Like I was feeling bad and then I was feeling good for a couple days and then my throat started hurting. My back has been getting better. I do feel like day by day, but the health thing has been coming up, feeling under the weather. And I do think a contributing factor could be like in my area where I live, it's like hot and cold, like temperature wise. Like you guys saw one of my last videos. It was like 25 degrees and the couple days before it was 70, so I feel like my body is having a difficult time adjusting to that temperature up and down on top of the rain. Sometimes it's like a cold breeze and it's cold and rainy, and then allergies, so it's just a lot going on. My AirPods are charged up. I'm gonna pop these in, leave my case to charge, and head out and get some steps, you guys. Spring is my favorite season. I love the flowers and watching nature wake up from the deep slumber induced by winter. And now that I've thought a bit deeper about my favorite season, I think the main reason I like spring is because winter is officially over. But this spring so far has been filled with cool, cloudy, rainy days, which I'm grateful for because we need the rain. But something I've learned about myself is that seeing the sun and feeling it on my skin on a consistent basis highly contributes to my well-being. Having these cloudy days earlier in the month has definitely been a bit of a reflection of the clouds in my mind, the things I've been struggling with. I signed up for the April Step Challenge.
as I mentioned, to get my mind off my back injury, but that started off badly because I got sick, and then I was better, and then I was sick again. And then on top of that, you guys, seriously, at the beginning of the month, there were consecutive rainy days. And I'm not saying like 2 days in a row. There were, I think, 2 weeks where it was like 3 or 4 days in a row of straight clouds and no sun. Those types of days just make me feel extremely stagnant, uninspired, unmotivated, and even undisciplined, which in turn affected my mental state and left me not feeling too good about myself because it felt like I was accomplishing absolutely nothing. Something I've had to do these past few years is absolutely destroy and dismantle the idea in my mind that I have to constantly be working or grinding to be successful. If you have ever been through a period of growth or taken part in the process that involves changing a deep-rooted belief in your mind, then you know that it's not easy, and just when you think you're past it or have eliminated that thought from your mind, it sneaks back in. I didn't believe it was still inside of me so deeply until I was called to take this long rest for my back. It's kind of wild how society has indoctrinated us to tie so much of our worth to our productivity, and that our worth is based on our ability to get up and get things done and grind until we die. I am a strong believer in the power of rest and the productivity rest and the act of rest in its entirety, but to keep it honest, I haven't always thought that way, and compared to the hustle culture thoughts, the act of rest is newer, and therefore it's taking more time to become as ingrained in my being as hustle culture once was.
Because it's that nice. It's about 73. And if you're thinking the weather is extremely bipolar here, you would be correct. But I just feel really good about getting out today. I hit 11,000 steps yesterday. So today it's going to be another 10,000 at least. We will see how it goes. But I'm looking to do 2 miles right now. It's 140 and then possibly another mile later after dinner, which is what we've been doing, my sister and I. Doing a quick mile walk after dinner, and it's just, without a single doubt, one of my favorite things. I bought my camera with me, but I didn't check it and forgot my memory card, so recording on my phone. Oh, I also found out, I watched Derek Journey's video, and I'm actually on the pink team, and one of my favorite YouTubers, Shay, is on the pink team too. We're on the same team. We've done the challenge a couple times together. Well, not together, but she's the one who like kind of got me hip to the step challenges. So thank you, Shay. But we've never been on the same team before, so I'm excited. And yeah, let's get these steps, baby.
So these past few weeks, taking necessary time off, there has been an internal battle of I should be getting more done and I should be doing this. But you know, when looking back now, I was doing all that I really could do, and the universe even let me know via the cold that I got this month, forcing me to pause and give my body even more space for daily tasks to get over a cold. Tiredness wreaked havoc on my body, and the lack of productivity wreaked havoc on my mind. The mind, while a beautiful thing, is also crazy how it works sometimes. Alright, so today we decided to switch it up, and my sister and I went on a hike. It was only 12 minutes from our house, and it was honestly such a beautiful and enjoyable hike. The weather was perfect, and the trail had a lot to offer. The first half was spent walking next to the river, and the second half we were walking next to a stunning creek. We didn't complete the entire trail. We plan to go back and do that another day, but we did nearly 3.5 miles. The trail was very easy to walk with few hills and bridges, but overall we had a great time. We hiked for 2 hours and saw some of the craziest stuff, including seeing a couple fish jump out of the water multiple times, a squirrel carrying a baby squirrel into their home inside of a tree hole. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen. We saw a black snake as well, and even saw a cute little turtle sunbathing. But honestly, this is the energy I've been waiting for all month. Energy that comes with feeling rejuvenated and fresh. In winter, we spend time resting and kind of waiting, and spring is the time to bloom and step out into the world again on a new foot. I honestly hope to get in more hikes to get my steps in, and also just to enjoy nature before summer hits and it gets too ridiculously hot.
It's buggy, but we're having the time of our life. Oh, it's a duck. It is a duck. He's going fast. Let me spray yours.
Kind of the perfect weather for them, because you notice like in the summer when it's too hot, it's not too bad. You need the extra feathers.
They have more sodium.
It's a pretty view. The grass looks great over there.
These days, I'm feeling good about the challenge, not nearly as discouraged, and any excuse I have to get outside and enjoy the weather is a plus. It is honestly a bit weird to be wearing shorts outside again, but I definitely welcome it, and it's something I've missed. With everyone promoting lifting weights and building muscle as a way to exercise, it's easy to get away from the basics of fitness that matter quite a bit. Like the power of walking, outside of the benefits from simply moving your body, you benefit from the fresh air, the cleansing ability of the outdoors, and the grounding properties of nature. And for that reason, walking will always be a huge part of my life. Even outside of this kind of challenge, I always try to go on 1 or 2 walks a day when the weather is permitting. I love the grounding ability of nature and listening to the sounds and breathing in that fresh air. So thank you guys for watching. Any comments that you leave on my video, I'm so appreciative of them. They definitely help to encourage me, and I love hearing from you guys. So thank you so much. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.